Hello everyone, welcome to Research Tips. So when you are working on a research projects and using version control tools like Git, have you ever realized that Git is tracking every files in that folder or repository? And have you ever wanted the Git, to stop tracking certain files there? So in this video, I will show you how to do that step by step. It's an easy process, and once you know it, you will feel like, okay, that was easy. So here is in my window, you can see contents from a folder called git_c. And here in this folder, I have different files here that are data, that are history, code file, data file, and two document, Word document, notes and report. And then there is a PDF file. So this is how a typical project folder might look like for you as well. So what I want to do here is I want to initiate Git in this directory, so that every changes that I make in different files here will be tracked. So for that, I will first initialize Git in this directory. If you want to learn the basics of using Git, you can please refer to my earlier video. But in this video, I will focus on how to ask Git not to track certain files here in your repository, so that you will have a clean repository, and also you will have a copy of the repository that is ready to be pushed in other systems like GitHub, that you can where you can work with the collaborators. So let me first initialize Git here. So to do that, I will first open my command terminal, and let's first let's go to this directory. You can do that by using cd and then paste the file path. Okay, so sorry, that was git b. Let me do git c. So yeah, now we are in this folder, and let me initialize Git here. To do that, you can do git init, and then when you hit the enter, it says initialized empty Git repository in this folder. Now let me see the status of my files. To do that, we can do git status, and here we can see there are no commits yet. We are on the branch master, and there are different untracked files here. .r data and all the files that are in that folder are listed here. So here, now we have to decide what files we want Git to track, and what are the files that you do not want it to track, or you do not want it to share with others. So for me, I will not want Git to track the history or the R data. The R data is the data that is created or saved in the workspace, R workspace. I don't want to track that. I don't want to track the R history, or if I have a very big data, I also may not want to track the big data, like the gigabyte big data. But here I want to track the CSV data, and there is PDF that I want to track, and then there are two doc files, notes and report underscore version 1. So I do not want to track the notes file, but I want to track the report file. Here the notes file includes the every idea or the note that I keep for different steps for this project. I do not want to share that with others, so I don't want to track it. But of course, yes, with the report version 1, I want to share, track the different changes that I make here in this report file. So now I have the list 1, 2, 3 documents, and also I do not want to track any other temporary files that are created, the files with the TMP extension or other cached files. I do not want to track them. So to now let's in the next step, what we need to do is we create a file of the extension. So those are, let me do the notepad, and here you can write whatever you want to um, want Git to not track. For example, .rda our history. So the list goes on, right? So I have, and then you would save it as uh, gitignore gitignore file. So here I have already made one file. So I already have made the file of that form. So it should be named as dot git ignore without any extension. Normally we do the extension .txt, but this file should not have any extension. So when you open it, have the list of the files that you don't want to track. So here it could be R session files of the form .r history and R data files, and the temporary files that have the extension .tmp. So when we do the asterisk, it will include all the files that have .tmp extensions. And then we can also, I'm also keeping here the cast file, any file that have the cs this extension or the file exactly named like this. And then I don't want other Word document, the .doc or .docx files. So I'm listing it any files that have .doc or .docx extension. I don't want to track them, but except the report version 1, because I want to track this one, the report file, but not other file with the doc extension. So I can do that using this exclamation mark. So it will say that track this but not others. So so when we do that, we can just save it and keep it in the same in the root of the same folder where you are working on your project file. So here it's saved as .gitignore. And now let's go here back to our terminal, and now let's see what the status. So it says no commit set, and now see here there is the difference. There is .gitignore file and code and report and data and the PDF files are there, but now the .r data, .r history, and then the notes.doc, they are not listed here because they are in the gitignore. So now whatever changes I will make in these files will be tracked, but not on the notes and our data and our history files. So this is very easy to do, right? Sometimes what happens is accidentally we ask Git to track that file, but then later we realize that we don't want to do that. So in that case, what we can do is, first let me go to this file here, and then let me go to gitignore, and let me do, I'm just removing it. And so this means I'm tracking the document file. So now let me do, there is no commits yet, so let me add it first. So let me do git add dot, and then it says these warnings. You see some warnings here, don't worry about that. Now after git add, I will do git commit, and then the message is initial files. Now these all are tracked. So here you see that the code file is tracked and notes and report files are also tracked. And then now I realize that I don't want to track the notes file. So what I need to do is I have to undo that first. So to undo that, you can do first you have to remove that tracking, that is in the gits index. So you have to first remove that, and to do that you can do git rm and then do dash dash cached cast, and then you do notes docx that I want to remove. And when you do that, it says rm notes.docx, and now you go back to the gitignore and then open this file, and then now you add that you don't want to track any document, Word document file, but the report file version 1 only. And then now save it. You can close it now. And then when you go to the terminal again, you can do git status. Let's see what it shows. And when we do git status, it says that there are some changes made that needs to be committed. So the changes is made in the git ignore. Modified is the git ignore. So I want to add that. So I do git add dot, and then I can do git commit, and then let me give a message that updated dot git ignore to not track note. So that is my commit comment, and then when I do the commit, and then it will be like official that now git knows that it had started tracking nodes earlier, but now it will not track it anymore. And since we have also removed it from cache, it won't be doing that anymore. And now let me make some changes here. Let me go back to the notes file. Here I don't have any things, I just kept it like plain. I made some changes in the notes file here, right? And then let me also make some changes in the report file, and here also I don't have anything, I just put some letters here. And then so now here we have made some changes in both the notes file and the report file, right? So now let me do git status, and now it shows that there was some modification done, but it shows here that the modification was done only in the report underscore version 1 file. So that means it didn't track the change that I made in the notes file, but only in the report file. So that is what I wanted, right? So this is how we can use .gitignore file to let Git know that there is a list of some documents or files that you don't want it to track. So that is how we can do it. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching.